Hello students, welcome to the YouTube channel Eternal Easy Education. In this session you are going to learn chapter 5, Python variables and operators. Today you are going to learn tokens. Under the tokens you are going to see two topics. One is operators, another one is literals. Regarding operators, what is given in your book is, in computer programming languages, operators are special symbols which represent computations, conditional matching. The value of an operator used is called operands, and they are categorized as arithmetic, relational, logical, assignment, etc. Value and the variables used with the operator are known as operands. So, what is an operator? As you learnt in your C++, operator is a symbol. Simply, it is a symbol. Why we are using this symbol? This symbol is used for doing many calculations like arithmetic, relational, logical, assignment, and etc. So, the symbols which are used to do arithmetic calculations are coming under arithmetic operators. So the symbols which are used for relational in the sense comparing two values and finding the relation between the two values. So this is said to be relational calculation. So the operator, that is a symbol which is used to do relational operation, is said to be relational operators. Here we must know two terms. One is operator, another one is operands. Operator is symbols like plus, minus, likewise. Operands are the variables or the values on which the operator is doing its calculation part. So, first one is arithmetic operators. An arithmetic operator is a mathematical operator that takes two operands. So, remember this point. The arithmetic operator requires two operands. That means it requires two values to do its task. Here they are given many examples for arithmetic operators: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Division, the result is in float. That means 2.5, 3.68. Exact value is given. Modulus. Modulus, it will give the remainder part. Then exponent. A double star 2. That means A to the power 2. A here is 100. So 100 to the power 2 means 100 into 100. So here we are getting 10,000. Then double slash. It represents floor division. That means when a number is divided by another number, in the division we will get a float. But in the floor division we will receive the integer part. We will see this with an example. See this example. Here A value is 100, B value is 10. Here can you see this line, A equal to 100. That means the 100 value is assigned to the variable A. Here the symbol A equal is the assignment operator. So here the equal operator assigns the value 10 to the variable B. Print the sum equal to A plus B. Here the difference equal to A minus B. Product is A into B. Quotient 8 divided by 3. So when 8 is divided by 3, we will get floating points. Now see the output. A plus B, 100 plus 10, 110. Difference A 100 minus 10, 90. So product 100 into 10, 1000. 8 by 3, it is 2.666. It is giving the exact precision points. Then remainder, A is 100. So 100 divided by 30, the remainder is 10. Then 4 into 3, 4 double star 3. That means 4 to the power 3. 4 into 4 into 4. The 4 should be multiplied 3 times. So the answer is 64. Here 10 double slash 3. That means floor division. It has to give only the integer part. We'll make it as 8. Can you see the difference? That means here 8 bar 3 is 2.6665 precisions. But here double slash 3 means it will give only the integer part. So these are the arithmetic operators that are used in Python programming language. I hope you understood this. Next operator is relational or comparative operators. The relational operator is also called as comparative operator, which checks the relationship between the two operands. That means relationship between two values. The operand is nothing but the variable. So here they have given double equal. This is said to be is equal operator. It will check whether the A and B both are equal. If it is equal means it will give true. If it is not equal means it will give the answer as false. All the relational operator output will be true or false. So we'll see with an example. Can you see this example program? A equal to int of input enter a value for A. So user is going to give a value for A. Then B also user is going to give a value. Here A given value, B given value. It will print the value. Then we are going to compare it. So enter A value, will give us 30. Enter B value, I am giving us 20. So A is 30, B is 20. Whether A is equal to B? False. Can you see this? Then A greater than B. A greater than B means 30 greater than 20. Yes, true. A less than B. 30 less than 20. No, false. Then A greater than equal to B. It is not equal but greater. This symbol means greater than or equal. Any one of the condition is satisfied, it will give true. Whether the number is equal also it will give true. Greater than also it will give true. Likewise, it is less than or equal. False. Not equal to means yes, 30 is not equal to 20. So the net result is true. I hope it is easy for you. So logical operators. In Python, logical operators are used to perform logical operations on the given relational expressions. There are three logical operators: and, or, not. Or and not. Do you remember your logic gates? Same working principle. Or works on if both the conditions are false, net result is false. If any one of the condition is true, net result is true. And if all the conditions are true, then only the answer will be true. If any one of the condition is false, net result is false. And is used for giving pass or fail for a student. If the particular student is getting more than 35 in all the subject, then only he can be given as pass. So this is used in that purpose. Not, it will check not. That means it will reverse the result. We'll see this with an example. Here's the example program. A is given by the user, B also given by the user. Here we are asking A greater than B or A equal to B. We'll check. Consider it. A 10, B 20. So A is 10, B is 20. So first question is A greater than B or A equal to B. 10 is greater than 20? No. Whether 10 is equal to 20? That also no. So all the conditions are false. So net result is false. Next question is A greater than B? No. A equal to B? No. Here also both the conditions are false. Here also the net result is false. A greater than B. Actually 10 is not greater than B. Not. You have to say it like that. 10 is not greater than 20. Then the result is true. We'll see another example also. A is 30, 20. Here, A greater than B, 30 greater than 20. Yes, this condition is true. Next, A is equal to B. No, 30 is not equal to 20. Here, one condition is true, one condition is false. What is the working principle of OR? If any one of the condition is true, net result is true. So, the output is true. Another one is A greater than B. Yes, 30 greater than 20. This condition is true. What about here? A equal to B means condition is false. What is the working principle of AND operator? AND will give the answer as true only if all the given conditions are true. Here one condition is true, another condition is false. So the net result is false. Here 30 not greater than B. So the net result is false. Able to understand? Assignment operator. I already told that equal is a symbol of assignment operator. B equal to 5. 5 is assigned to the variable B. But the assignment operator can come along with plus equal, minus equal, star equal, slash equal. That means it can come along with the arithmetic operators. It is possible means yes, it is possible. What is the meaning for this? Actually, if it is plus equal, x plus equal to 20. Expansion is x equal to x plus 20. So this statement is given in short form as x plus equal 20. We will see with the example. X is given by the user and we are doing the assignment operation. See first what is the value of x. I'll give us 5. Okay. So x is 5. Then print x is 5 means x is equal to 5. Next x plus 20. What is the meaning? X equal to x plus 20. Here the meaning is x plus equal 20 means we have to take it like x equal to x plus 20. Okay. Then what is the value of x? It is 5. So 20 plus 5, x value is 25. Understood? Now the x value is 25. So 25 minus 5 is 20. Now the x value is 20. Here x star equal to 5. So the expansion of this is x equal to x into 5. So what is the value of x here? 20. So 20 into 5, 100. Now the x value is 100. So x equal to x slash 2. That means the last x value is 100. So 100 slash 2. 100 slash 2 is 50.0. Now the x value is 50. Here the line is 50. That is x equal to 50 modulus of 3. So it is giving the remainder 2. Then now the x value is 2. 2 double star 2 means 2 to the power 2. So 4. 4 double slash of 3 means 4 divided by 3, but it has to give the integer part. So it is giving as 1. Is it clear, children? You take your own number and do this. You will get a clear idea when you do it practically. Next important operator is conditional operator. This is said to be ternary operator. Ternary operator is also known as conditional operator that evaluates something based on a given condition being true or false. It's actually a simplest form of if-else. I hope you remember the if-else in your C++. So we'll see how it is going to work. Variable name equal to on true. That means if the condition is true, what should come on the variable should be given here. So here there are two values, 49, 50. They are asking the condition is 49 less than 50. If the condition is true means 49 less than 50. So minimum value is 50 or else we'll check with the example. So the format is variable name equal to on true value if followed by the test expression, else on false. We'll see with the example. Here we have taken as a comma b equal to 30 comma 20. That means a is having 30, b is having the value as 20. Here if a less than b, if the condition is true means a is the minimum number. So min variable equal to a, else the minimum value is b. I'll repeat again. The program is to find the minimum number. How to find the minimum number? We are having two variables. So we are asking whether a is less than b. If a is less than b, if the condition is true means a is the minimum number. So min equal to a if a less than b, else the minimum value is b. So print the minimum of a and b is the variable min. As the given value is 30 and 20, here we are asking as 30 less than b. Condition is false. So else part, that is b. So b value is 20. 20 is stored in the minimum. So that is printed in the output. Instead of 20, you think it is 80. Then what the condition is? 30 less than 80. Condition is true. True means a is the minimum value. Now save. Now can you able to see this? A and B, the minimum value is 30. So conditional operator is an important question also in your syllabus. Now we will see about literals. Literal is a raw data given in a variable or constant. In Python, there are various types of literals. That means the value going to store in a variable is said to be a literal. Constant means it's going to be remain unchangeable during the program. There will be some requirement like our pi value. We will not change the pi value because we always try to take it as 3.14. So in some of the situation, the value in a variable will remain the same throughout the program. In the type, it is called as constant value. Here the literal is of three types. One is numeric string boolean. That means the data going to be stored in a variable will be a number, or a character or a Boolean value, that is a true or false value. So numeric literals consist of digits and are immutable, that is unchangeable. Numeric literals belongs to three different numerical types: integer, float, complex. Integer is the whole number without decimal points. Float is a number with floating points, and complex is imaginary and real parts. The numeric literals, as we know, we are having binary system, decimal, octal, hexadecimal. So Python allows us to use a number value which is going to be stored in a variable. It can be a binary, it can be a decimal number, it can be a octal, it can be a hexadecimal. Most probably in your syllabus you will not use these types of numbers, but it is used in library files while creating a OS using Python, or while creating a system file using Python. So these concepts are important, but it is not elaborated in your syllabus. Just you know that in Python you can store a value like binary, decimal, octal, hexadecimal with some special difference in it. This is allowed in Python. Float means I can use as 10.5. Same time I can use the symbol e, that is for exponent. 1.5 e to the power 2 means 10 to the power 2. 1.5 into 10 to the power 2. That is the meaning. When we get the output, you will understand this. Likewise, we can have a imaginary and real part which is used in the complex numbers. So the imaginary part is come along with the symbol with the letter J. So these things are possible in Python. We'll see the example program. So this is our program. Now you see the output. String literals A, B, C, D. First output, print integer literals, A, B, A. Here it is given as binary number, but it is printed with the decimal value 10, 100, and this octal number is equal to 200. This hexadecimal is equal to 300. Likewise, float literals, print float literals. Float literals are here. Float 1, 10.5, it is given like that. Here 1.5 E2, that means 10 to the power 2. So 1.5 into 1.5 into 10 to the power 2 means 100. So it will be 1500. As it is having 0.5, we can remove this 0. We can have a point here. So you understand how it is calculated. Then complex literals. Here x equal to 1 plus 3.4j. Then x means the given value is printed exactly. Next, x equal to x. So x equal to 1 plus 3.14j. Imaginary part of x equal to x dot image. They are using a keyword. So image, imaginary variable. So imaginary value is 3.14. How it finds means it is along with the j. So that is the imaginary part. Real part of x equal to 1.0. So real part of x equal to x dot real. So these words are keywords which is in Python library. So these types of literals can be used in our program. But in your syllabus you are not directly having any practical program regarding this. But you have this idea. Actually Python is a vast syllabus and every day it is growing. That means it is updating with new library files. So no one can say that I am well versed in Python because every day it is adding new library. but it is very interesting when you get an idea to work with the real-time programs. We have seen numerical literals, string literals. In Python, a string literal is a sequence of characters surrounded by quotes. Python supports single, double, triple quotes for a string. A character literal is a single character then surrounded by single. That means if it is a single letter, single quotes or double quotes. Triple quote is used to give multi-line. If I want to have a multi-line, I can use triple quotes. We'll see the example now. This is the string literal program after execution. See here. Strings, this is Python. In the variable char, it is C. In multi-line string, this is a multi-line string with more than one line in code, and here given is single quotes, triple single quotes, 1, 2, 3, and it is having 3 lines. Is it clear? Print strings, this is Python, this is printed. Then print char, C is printed. Then print multi-line means it is printing exactly how it is in the program. As the string is in 3 lines, it is printed in 3 lines. For suppose if we have another line, can you able to see the difference in the output? It is printing exactly how it is given in the program. Multi-line is allowed. Is it clear, children? Boolean literals can have any of the 2 values, true or false. One variable boolean 1, it is assigned with the value true. Boolean 2, false. Demo program for boolean literals. Boolean value 1, it will be true and it will be false. So this is the example program for Boolean string literal. Sorry, not Boolean string literal. This is Boolean literal because the literal is having numeric string Boolean. So run the module. So first output is demo program for Boolean literals. Next, Boolean value, Boolean of 1. It is having true. So it is giving directly as true. Next one is false. So in Python, I can store numeric values as binary, octal, hexadecimal, decimal number, float number, using exponent, and also complex numbers. String, a multi-line, single character, a set of characters. All things are possible. And Boolean also true or false value can be stored in a variables. So these are the literals. Literals are raw data which is going to be stored in a variable or constant. Constant is coming with the term with the value which is going to be unchangeable throughout the program. So we have learned tokens. In the title of tokens, in this session you have learned operators and literals. Take the program, have your own number and execute it. That will be a good practice. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this channel, subscribe this channel to watch the upcoming videos. Thank you. Have a good day.